Somebody got a strip.
Oh my God! I got him! I got him on tape.
See? Now the question is, why he gotta fuck with me? He didn't mess with
You were the first one that came by.
Gotta go.
I was sitting there waiting for 20 minutes.
Fuck you in your own house. I'm going home. Yeah. At least when I got here, I said, "Hey Tom, where you at?"
It's heavy.
It's gonna be heavy.
Heavy this way.
This clean.
I think you going that way will make it look like there's an exit.
It's
over
wider. So we're thinking about putting a drop wall in there since Todd's gonna be on the other side operating the drop wall. So once they get there, he can drop wall.
Wrong way.
It's a scare. Brings them back this way. Through heavy, this clean. Bring him on. Bring him on through. Then we get to this point.
Todd's here, right?
Todd's here, but there's gonna be heavy this clean here. So that way, as they try to go this way, Todd comes out. Okay, it brings you back down. Through here. Zigzag a couple times.
You can also put a drop wall too, right where you're standing. That back corner.
And then
Drop down there too, if you want.
there's going to be another pallet up here with a two-way sign pointing left or right saying exit. Okay, this way is going to be heavy, this clean, so that way it forces them this way. And
Think
then
about putting a
this
light over
is-
there too, just to kind of light up the path. To
And then
make
this
them
is
think
where
that's the way out.
I'll be with the chainsaw chasing them out the exit.
Yeah.
So even if they do choose this way, I can hear them coming through the visqueen. I can
It's a good idea. I like it.
get them on out.
Well, it's late, and I am trying to put together some sound effects so I can program the Light-O-Rama boxes that I need. And I wanted to let you know where I'm going and how I'm doing this. On my computer, I'm going to this website called it is late. Soundbible.com, and I'm finding a bunch of free sound effects. Now, it doesn't have a huge selection of sound effects, but it has. I'm making do with what we have here because I really don't have a whole lot to work with when it comes to budget, so I'm doing this free as possible. I'm putting together the sound effects on a program called Sony Acid Music Studios. It's a program that I've had for a while. It's an old, outdated sound editing software. It works for me and what I need, but I'm working on the doll room right now. I'm putting the sounds together. I'm not really liking the way it's coming together, so but the software here, let's just say we have a bunch of different tracks we're basically layering on each other here. The first one is it's called Scary Demon Haunt or something. It's basically just a creepy sound effect background. And then I've got this other layer here, which is the Demon's Girls. And then this is where the scare is going to be right here. It's going to fade out. And then we're going to fade this in. I'm still working on it as they exit the room. I don't know how much I like it, so I'm going to still play around with this. And the thing is I've got to like it, because once I set this and start programming, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to have time to do it again. But let me open up this other project here. Alright, this is the project I was working on. I've already rendered the track, so it's done. But this is going to be the timing for the dark room. Basically starts off with the electric sound, just the sound of electricity. The room itself is going to be nothing but one light bulb in the middle. It's going to be kind of flickering and fading very closely to probably about the 20 to 30%. It's going to go up to 100%, and the bulb is going to pop, and the spots are going to flash. It's going to be dark. That's where the actor's going to come out to their position. Blue light's going to fade in. should be the pre-recorded scream, and the light's gonna come back on as the door opens and they leave. And this is just gonna be the tail end. So that's just enough Taylor to get them moved on out of the room. So this program is really cool and easy once you get the layers on, and you can adjust the tempo. I mean, if you want to do something like tempo or volume, left to right channels. If you're running a, I did it last year, really the last time we did this, I actually wanted to run one amplifier in 2 rooms and have 2 sound effects. So instead of putting 2 speakers or left and right channel in one room, I actually did one of the tracks all the way on the left channel and the other track on the right channel, and put 1 speaker in each room. This way we can minimize the amount of amplifiers and running wires and speakers we need, and you can just split the channels left and right and run one track at both of them. So that works. In this case, I can't do that with what I'm doing because of programming. Maybe I can do that with other static rooms, like I can have a speaker out in the front of the house will be right channel, and then maybe a speaker in the dungeon which would be the left channel, and run on 1 amplifier. So something I'm probably going to do, but for right now it's not going to happen. So I'll keep you in the loop, showing you what I'm doing as we go. It's only 10:30, excuse me, but it's late for me because I haven't gotten much sleep lately in the last few days. But I think I might have to adjust this a little bit now that I think about it, but I'll show you what I do, and hopefully I can possibly even get some programming done on these Light-O-Rama systems. So, all right, well, shopping was done today. Come on, Sadie. And I'm going to show you what we've got. Got some supplies for the haunt, some cool stuff, and then some hardware and things. We've got, let's see, I went to Home Depot and picked up these LED spike lights. They were only about $8.50. Now, I have a good feeling they're not dimmable, but I'll use them somewhere. All right, I bought 2 of those. Last year, I bought something similar to this. They were not dimmable, but they were $10 at Lowe's. So they're actually a little bit more affordable this year. A couple of spring hinges. When we start to use these, I'll show you where and what we're doing there. I bought some different sized pulleys, some latch hooks for the fence gate. This could be for the doors, a lock as a prop, and then we've got our light bulbs. Definitely wanted. They had this really good looking light bulb. Sounds funny, right? Good looking light bulb. It's a clear bulb, and it was probably twice the size of this, but it was $10 for 1 light bulb. This was like $2. So this is going to go in the dark room. It's a perfect prop for that. And then we've got some party lights. We've got 4 of these, and just some soft white lights that we're going to put through the house that we need light on. I got 30-watt light bulbs because I don't want the bulbs to get too hot. I don't need a whole lot of light anyway, so 30 watts should do it just fine. And I bought the standard, incandescent bulbs because I don't need. I need them to be dimmable, and I don't need to spend extra money on this because they'll probably only be used for the haunt. So that's the hardware and supplies I needed to get some of the projects completed in the haunt, and then in a second here I'll show you the decorations and things and costumes. I think a couple fog machines that were purchased today for the haunt that Shauna got. Not even sure what she bought, but let's go through it. I got all this at Spirit Halloween. Bloody knife. That's pretty cool. Not sure exactly where this is going to be used. My little bit of advice when it comes to buying props, like knives or blades, if you're going to be using them to bang on anything, you're better off getting a real one. Dolling it down if you have to. I don't think this is that's what this is going to be used for, but we've had problems with them in the past, and they don't last. Obviously, if you plan on banging them, if you don't plan on banging them hard. 400-watt cheap fog machine. What's this? A strobe light. You got 2 strobe lights. That's cool. We definitely need these. This is a cheap mask, but this is all we need. I think we're going for this look here. I'm not sure if I'm pointing the right thing. This look here for the dark room. So, I wonder if she got a wig too.
Actually, this is the look that we were going for the doll room, but they didn't have, according to her, they didn't have a mask that looked like this. So this is just a decoration that's going to go somewhere. I don't even know if it's going in the haunt. Maybe it'll just go outside. There's another fog machine. A couple step pads that we needed for some of the props that we already have. And a white rat. Or something. I guess she didn't get a wig. We're going to have to put that on the list of things we need is that wig. So I'm going to work on a couple projects with the hardware I got. I need to get some of the programming done. I've got about an hour before the kids get out of school, and I've got baseball practice, and then we'll be working on it again after practice tonight. So let's see, what day is it? It is Tuesday. Our first day we need to be done is going to be Friday for our party, and then Saturday open for public. Not this Friday, but the following Friday. So we're cutting it close. We got a lot of little projects to do, a lot of loose ends to tie up. Got to wire up for audio. Got to finish programming, program the Light-A-Rama boxes, do some fine tuning on some drop panel scares, decorate the garden. We also need the air compressor. All the lines for the air compressor needs to be run. We have quite a bit of work that needs to be done. So I'm going to stop talking and start working. All right, we got these spring hinges. We use these on at least this door. If not, I think this is going to be the only door we're going to have to use this on, but we have another one in case we need it. This door is installed. We want this door to automatically open. Okay, so spring open. And what we're going to do is install this hinge in here, right underneath this hinge, and that should be enough spring to keep this door open. And then we're going to take the fence latch, which I have here, mount it on the back side of the door, and clip it to a certain point on the door frame, for lack of better terms. And then we're going to run a rope up over the room and into the scares haunt room, the actor's room. This way he can do his scare. The door is locked, no one can get out. Keeps them in the room while they watch the scare. He disappears back in here, pulls the rope, the door unlatches and automatically opens for the guests to leave. This way we can monitor and regulate how quickly guests move through the haunt. If there is, for some reason, we're not ready for them to move through, we can hold them in the room a little bit longer. And then this way, that one actor can actually operate two separate things. So that's what we're doing. So with the hinge installed, the door stays open. The actor will come back, latch the door, once I get the latch on. When he pulls the rope, the door automatically swings open and out of the way. This also gives the illusion that there might be someone in this hallway when the guests come in. Someone behind the door, maybe. They come in here, they're expecting someone, and there's no one. So, alright, getting caught up in spider webs. Anyway, got the latch latched. Got the latch installed. The inside of this door here holds the door. Now all you have to do is get a rope, tie it to this. We'll bring it up. We have an extra pulley. We'll go around. We won't put a pulley on that end because it probably won't be needed, but here I wanted to make sure it's pulling straight up. And then when the rope is pulled, boom, the door flings open automatically. It took me about 10 minutes to do. And the hardware, spring hinge, and the latch was like $4. The spring hinge was 2 for like $4, so $5. So that's a quick and easy way to get a door to open automatically. You got locked from this side. Oops. From this side, it cannot be unlocked. They don't have no idea. You can reach your hand in here and quickly pop it open if you need to for some reason. You know, if you have an emergency, we have an emergency exit right in that corner. You can go back the way you came. This, you can always come out through here, and all they'd have to do is reach in and release that. The actors will know how to do that just in case the rope breaks or they need to get out and they're not over here. So. Okay, so I am right now programming. Actually, I think I just got finished programming the darkroom sequence on the Light-O-Rama box. I want to take the time to show you guys what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. If you're not familiar, the Light-O-Rama box or sequence comes with a software program. This program that I'm actually in now is called the, let me bring it up here, the Light-O-Rama sequencing editor. Now when you open up the sequencing editor, I've already got one open here, so I'm not sure what it's going to do. It'll come up and ask you if you want to create a new musical sequence or a new animated sequence. We're doing musical sequence. I did make this file through the Sony Acid music player, or music studio. I converted it to an MP3, created the file, opened up the sequence editor. You go through the prompts that asks you to label it, how many channels you're going to have, how many tick marks you're going to have. In this case, I'm doing a mark every 1/10 of a second, and it just puts a grid here. We have one box of 16 channels. You have the ability to label each channel. I have the main light, spotlight, scare light, signal light. So we're only using 4 channels out of the 16 channels available. Excuse me, that's all I think I need for this room. So there's a way. There's a lot of tools and things you can use when it comes to the Light-O-Rama system. Not to go into too much detail, but you have complete on, off, set intensity. Right now, like this is at 30%. Fade in, fade out. You have shimmer and twinkle. You have background effects. There's a lot of cool things you can do. And basically what you're doing is you have your music sound effect here. And once we go, you can see the sound effects. I want the main light to be at about 30%. This signal light is signaling the group out in the yard, saying, okay, it's time to bring the next group in. And then while the group that's ahead of the people that are coming in, they're in the dark room right now. As the sound gets up louder, you see that the intensity goes up. We get the spotlight flashing right when the glass breaks. And then here the scare spot will start fading in right about here. You get the scream. Light goes off. And we get the little shimmers. And then the sound effect comes back up to 30. This is when the doors open and they're out. Well, it's going to be a long night for me. I am not only, I'm already tired. I haven't been getting to bed after midnight for the last few nights because I'm working on this haunted house. And it's 9:30 now. I'm already beat and exhausted. And now I've got to wait up to ride this storm out because since we've done some work to the home and I was in the haunted house and it hasn't rained, which I've been pretty fortunate. It hasn't rained in a while, and now it's going to rain and it's going to pick 10:30, 11 o'clock at night to rain, and I'm going to make sure that the holes are popped where they need to be so it drains properly in the haunt. So I'm just waiting for it to start raining here, trying to get some other loose ends tied up before I do that. And I was going to go out and wire up some sound and test the Light-O-Ramas, but I'm not sure if I want to do that in the rain, so we'll see. I must say there's nothing creepier than working by yourself at night in a haunt when it's thundering out. Just a little creepy. Wait, I gotta fix that. I don't know if this storm is going to hold off or not, but it sure is taking its time getting here. Right now, alright, just so you have an idea, we're bringing in the main power that's going to be on is this green power coming in. heavy duty cord on a separate circuit breaker. This is going to be running all the static. Well, for now it's running all the static, meaning the emergency lights. And actually, it's not running the emergency lights. I don't know. We have main power coming into here. It's going to feed fans, AC units, things that are going to be on. Like this here is going to be on constantly, regardless. And then the strobe lights, which we have one going that hallway, one this strobe open here. These are going to be the constant ons. We're going to have the box running the static shimmerings. It's not timed to anything. That's going to be separate, running from the other break room. And then we've got main power running to our Lightorama boxes. So this, a lot of right now, because we're still in construction, we're just plugging these things in to power a drill here and there. So a lot of these cords I'm going to start actually tacking up and not just trip hazards running here and there. So that's one of my goals as I go, like installing these strobe lights. This cord for the strobe light is going to be wrapped up so it's not in the way of anything, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, so what we're doing here is use a strand of C7 lights, sockets, to act as, not only I'm going to be putting a few red bulbs in here to kind of light up this section of the spider hallway. Okay, put a few more. We're actually utilizing that to be the extension cord for the strobe light, so we're not using an additional extension cord just to run this thing. So as you can see that. I'm gonna put another one. Let's see right about here. And that lights up that quite nicely. Probably put one more right about here. Light up this corner. And now, when you're coming through here, you have nice creepy, eerie red. Well, it looks like the storm's getting close. It's about 10:30. I was hoping it would rain itself out before it got here, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Well, it's 11:30 at night. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this video, the footage that I have so far, put together and uploaded. I've been really horrible about editing video footage. I've got to wait just a little longer. It looks like a lot of the rain is dying off. It's only sprinkled here a little bit, but we are under a flood warning. And it looks like there's a little cell right there that I have to concern myself with. And if this starts to, if this comes, it could be very bad. So try to keep myself busy for the next hour or two and see if it rains. So we'll see. And this will be the last video for the night for this vlog, so make sure you subscribe, like us, check out our website at goodfright.com, find us on Facebook, goodfright at facebook.com, I don't know, someone on Facebook. You're watching us on YouTube, so subscribe to our channel. And I think that's about all where we're at. We have 10 days till opening. It is something like, let's see, 16 days, I guess, till Halloween. 10 days till we open. So we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work done today, just waiting for the rain. So good night, guys.